Hi, hello everyone, welcome to all of you. This is Vinay before you. Today in this video we are going to discuss about the topic. The topic is active and passive voice, and in this is the series of active and passive voice, and in this series we are going to discuss about we are going to discuss with the examples. We will solve here the few examples or some examples I can say. Here I have given examples regarding active and passive voice of all types. Okay, there are so many types in active and passive voice, like if the active voice will be in the interrogative, if the active voice will be in the WH, or if the active voice will be in the SO type, if the active voice will be in the imperative, requested, commanded and advised. What are the rules are required to transform from active to passive, because rules differ from one to another. Okay, if interrogative WH type of sentence in active voice requiring the rule so and so, then that differs to yes no type. So those are the rules. Keeping in my mind, I will transform active to passive. But before that, before keeping do's in my mind, we have to go for don'ts. Okay, what are the do's we discussed with the rules in our yesterday's video or in our previous videos? This is the seventh part of active and passive voice, and in this last part we are going to discuss or we are going to solve so many examples regarding active and passive voice, and with random examples I am going to solve here without any rules, because keeping the rules in my mind, I will solve all these examples before you with the explanation. But before moving further into the topic, we have to know what are the don'ts. Okay, what are the don'ts are required to avoid. Okay, to avoid while transforming active and passive voice. Okay, what type of sentences are transformed from active to passive, and what types of sentences are not transformed from active to passive. Okay, what are those rules? If the sentence will be of if the sentence will be consisting of what we call intransitive verbs, those type of sentences are not, those type of active voices are not transformed into passive voice. Because what is intransitive and transitive verbs? There are two types again in verbs. Transitive verb which requires an object, okay, verb plus object, but intransitive verb is subject plus verb, that's all. So intransitive was verb which doesn't require an object to be meaningful, and in our other hand we have transitive verb which requires an object to be meaningful. So here, for instance, have you finished dinner? Okay, here if I write only have finished, then that will not give any sense, and even that doesn't mean that is in the intransitive verb, because intransitive verbs are like that. I have already discussed in these shorts. If you go and check the video, you will get in my playlist or in my YouTube channel. But if I wanna give you sample examples regarding transitive and intransitive verb is that one. Transitive verb which requires an object to be meaningful, like she moved the sofa. Okay, she moved the sofa. Or even we can take, apart from that, besides that sentence, we can take here the practical example that have you finished dinner. This is the transitive verb. Okay, so we can transform this into passive easily, because this is requiring an object to receive the action. But in intransitive verb, that is itself a meaningful sentence that doesn't require an object to be meaningful. So intransitive verbs are like that. Dogs, D-O-G-A-S, dogs, B-A-R-K, bark, that's all. Here is no any object, and it doesn't require any object to be meaningful, because this is itself meaningful. Dogs bark, that's all. Okay, so these type of sentences should not be transformed into passive voice. Those type of rules that you have to keep in your mind. These are all the don'ts, and do's we have already discussed in our previous videos while explaining the rules of active and passive voice. Okay, I think you all got clarification about all these do's and don'ts. So now there are again direct and indirect objects. Okay, in objects there are again two types, direct and indirect. So we will discuss that in our next video, but here we will discuss without spending more time on the introduction or in giving just instructions. Just let's move on to the topic, and take further steps to transform active to passive, and these all are the random examples I have given here on the board. Means these are all the categories. Okay, these are of all the categories of active voice. And now what are the rules are required to change passive voice? We have already discussed in our previous video. So here I think there is no need to explain furthermore about the rules. So now I have to transform. I think after math you will understand how or what rules helped me to transform active to passive. Okay, so now with the beginning, that what was you eating? Okay, what was you eating? Now I have to transform this one. What was you eating? Okay, so now here you have to swap. Okay, you have to swap. So here we are getting was, so we have to add another one fancy word, or a word that requires if the active voice in continuous tense in any continuous, in any category, like present or past, that doesn't matter. If you see this is in the continuous sentence, continuous tense, then you have to add another one word, that is being, being, that is required. Means that is the rules that we have to obey. As per the rules we have to add here being. When we have to add, before adding we have to take this object in the subject place. In subject place this is interrogative pronoun which appear, but after that we have to add this one. Okay, what was you eating? What again was. Okay, what was being. This is what we call, this is the process, that is the what we call this is the action word. Action words are called as verb. So this is the verb that should not be swapped. So here instead of that I took what was being, okay, eaten. Always the verb should be in the past tense. Okay, or perfect tense. Perfect tense means V3 form. Okay, verbs V3 form. Here eating, this is in the VING, means this is in the verbs fifth form. So now that we have to transform into V3 form, that is, or that will be EATEN. What was being eaten by you? By you. Question mark. You should not have to forget giving the question mark in the last. Okay. So first one I think we had completed successfully the example with rules. Okay, what are the rules we got? You can go and check in our playlist. You will get rules and you can apply. And if you want to compare, then you will get the same answer, I assure you. If you find different one, then you can comment in my comment section. Definitely I will answer. Okay. So does he write a letter? Does he write a letter? Does he write a letter? Is. Okay. Is a letter. Is a letter being. Or here we should not have to add, because this is does. This is in simple present. That we have to take only the, means we have to change. We have to replace just the auxiliary verb. Okay, because sorry for this one. This is just by mistake I have written here being. That will be wrong again. So we should not have to write here being, because what I said, the rule says that you have to add being when the active voice will be in the continuous tense. So this is not in continuous, but we took just the continuous auxiliary. Okay, is instead of does. So here we should not have to add, that doesn't require an being word. Okay, you should skip that. Sorry for that one. Is a letter written by him. Written by. He becomes him. That is the position. Okay. Question mark, because this is in the questionary. Okay. This is a type of questionary sentence. So you have to add question mark. And here Vinay writes a letter. A letter is written by him. WRITTEN, written by, not him, just we have to add Vinay, because this is proper noun. Proper noun should be written in proper only. you should not have to skip, or you should not have to replace by any another pronouns. That's the rule that we have to follow, that we have to obey. Okay, so now till now we finished interrogative WH, interrogative yes no, and this is assertive we transform. Yet we cleared, means till now we cleared only means we solved 3 examples, and remaining 5 examples are there, 5 examples that we have to solve. So just move ahead. Bring me a glass of water. So this will become like bring me a glass of water, means this is a command. So a command, what is the rules of command? Command means this is in the imperative. In imperative category, this is in the command section. So in command, that requires, means that the rule tells that let me, no, not let me, let the, oh sorry, they already they have provided the article or a, what we call. So the doesn't require here. Let a glass of water be, okay, b you have to add, okay, let and what we call glass of water, object let plus object plus b plus verb. That is the rule, or that is the structure of command in imperative sentence. If the active should be in the imperative command category, that we have to follow these rules. What? Once again I will repeat. Let object plus b plus verb. Verb's third form. Let a glass of water be brought. BROUGHT. Okay. This is the fourth example of imperative inactive. We transform that into passive again. So now let me solve another one example, that is solve the problem. Solve the problem, that is the advice. So the problem should be solved. Okay, the problem. Okay, here. Okay, they provided the already. The problem, not the problem, because this is the consonant here. So we have to pronounce the as the, not the. The problem should be solved. SOLVED. Okay, always the verb should be in third form in passive in any categories. Okay, either the active voice will be, or sorry, either the passive voice will be in the interrogative or will be in the imperative. You have to keep the what we call the verb form in the third form or perfect tense. That's all. Perfect participle. Okay, perfect participle. Okay, now we solved the another one example of imperative in assertive, sorry, imperative in active of advice. Okay, now this is requested in imperative only. Okay, please help me. You are requested. REQUESTED. You are requested to help me. Okay, you are requested to help me. So now what again? Just a minute. I am sorry for that interruption. And now I will move further again. So till now we covered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 example. Sorry, 6 examples. And here the last example we solved called please help me. That was requested. Okay, that was commanded. This was the command, and this was the request, and this was the request. Okay, this was the what command, this was the advice, and this was the request. Till now we covered these much examples, and remaining 2 are there. I will solve those both again. Those both again, those both ahead. So now we will take again initiatives like why did you drank milk? Why did you drank milk? So that should be why. Okay, the answer will, or the passive voice will be of this active voice. Why did means was. Why was milk? Why was milk drank? Not drank actually. That is drink, drank, drunk. Okay, that is the irregular verb. Okay, that is the irregular verb, and we have to write here irregular only, not regular. Okay, means we should not have to add here ed. That is the drink, drank, drunk. So here drunk, drunk, drunk. Okay. Why was milk drunk by you? Okay, question mark again, because this is in the interrogative. So last example is, have you finished dinner? Okay, have you finished dinner? Have dinner. Have dinner been finished finished by you? Question mark. That's all. Now we solved everything here. If you want to take screenshot, no any objections, we can take freely. And I think you got this screenshot already, and we have already finished all the examples. Okay, remaining no any examples are there. I solved minimum 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 examples I solved and practiced. And if you practice furthermore, then you will get thorough means what we call thorough understanding regarding this topic. And I will stop here. Thank you so much. See you soon in the next video with the innovative steps. Thank you so much.